think we lost all, but who will take the fall? Who will win it all? You know the cost, still you go through walls. Keep on acting small. Even if you got something left to lose, even if there is something left for you to prove, I got bad taste of hanging around you. Bad. I'm so sorry about the bitter end. I'm so sorry if I misbehaved. In the middle we got tangled up, but in the aftermath of us, I don't regret that much. I don't regret that. Sunny side up, try to keep it cool, bending all the rules, bending all the rules. It gets colder, but I hate being cool. I can't be cool to you. Even if you got something left to lose, even if there is something left for you to prove, I got bad taste of hanging around you. Bad. I'm so sorry about the bitter end. I'm so sorry if I misbehaved. In the middle we got tangled up, but in the aftermath of us, I don't regret that much. I don't regret that. Ooh, ooh, ooh. In the aftermath of us, ooh, ooh, ooh. Baby, I got no excuses. I got nothing left to say. Didn't wanna stand up useless, but in the aftermath of us, I'm so sorry about the bitter end. I'm so sorry if I'm
Happy birthday to you, and many more. And many more.
There we go. Now that's going in the video for sure. For sure, ski. Happy birthday to myself, me, myself, and I. Another beautiful day, another beautiful video, another birthday. You boys, it's April 2nd. Officially, if y'all been following me, you already know. April 2nd. What's April 2nd? Not April 1. It's not April Fool's. It's April 2nd. Your boy turning 20-something. 27. I'm not going to make it anticlimactic or not, but yes, so been a very nice birthday so far. It's been nice to, I don't know, sometimes you forget about your birthdays or you don't make it a huge deal or priority, but it felt nice to be appreciated at work. And I also felt very appreciated, as you saw, because look at this. Happy birthday. And then look at this. You saw this from the previous video. We repurposed it. We kept those HBD for happy birthday. Happy birthday. And then now we're gonna, that's Corbin right there. Lovely. She did this entire thing, and she also planned what you saw in the previous video, which was it was at her sister's house. They did a nice little decoration with some of these, and then now we're gonna open some of my gifts because I already had a couple of gifts, which, by the way, I'll probably show you guys tomorrow. But she got me Hoka shoes that we found at on sale, right? Was it a Nordstrom Rack? We found Hoka shoes, and you already know, if you've been following me, that I've been wanting to get into running to potentially run the Twin Cities Marathon at the end of the year, which is, I think, October 5th. So she got me those shoes as an early birthday gift. So I'll show you guys those tomorrow when I go to work out. So we got that. Also, there's a gift that my mom and my grandpa sent me, or that I bought with my mom, but it's a gift from my mom and my grandpa that I kind of gave a teaser of how excited I was in the previous video. I don't know if it's here or it'll get in the next couple of days. You'll see when it comes. I'm really excited about that. But yeah, we just came back from Red Rabbit, place here in downtown Minneapolis that we both I enjoy. Corbin likes it, but I love it because the cheese skirts there, is it called Wisconsin garlic cheese skirts?
I think it's called garlic bread cheese curds.
Garlic bread cheese skirts. Garlic bread cheese skirts. They're like chef's kiss. So we got that. We also got like a spicy, was it spicy salami?
Yeah.
Spicy salami pizza, which had like chili honey, pepperoni, and something else.
It wasn't pepperoni, it was salami.
It was salami, sorry. Of course, the name is salami and it's salami. It had salami, so we had that, and then we had one that was with 4 cheeses. It had like Parmesan and 3 others that I don't know. Italiano, some cheeses. But yeah, we did that. I didn't end up filming because we got sat at not the bar area, but kind of like the high tabletop.
We were in the bar area, just not at the bar.
Yes, we were in the bar area, but just not at the bar. But the way that the tables are set up, it's like, you know, a small table, and then let you just envision I'm across from you, and then right next to us, like 2 feet, like a foot or 2 next to us, is another table like that with people, and then to the other side of us, it's another table with people, like a high top table. So I didn't want to pull out the camera and film. I don't know. Sometimes I'm a little bit I wouldn't say self-conscious. I'm not self-conscious. I'm more, I don't want to disturb people while they're out and about enjoying their time, because as soon as I put my camera out, people start looking, you know, side-eyeing me, and I don't want to make people uncomfortable. So we had a good time. We got some food. Earlier today, my boss, shout out to her, she got me like a cake and cupcakes. So I ended up splitting cupcakes and cake with some of my coworkers because I wasn't going to eat all that, because Corbin had already ordered a tres leches cake, which we'll eat shortly. I'm excited about that. We're excited about that. There's always room for dessert, especially tres leche. It's always room. So yeah, it's been a great day so far. Corbin surprised me. I got to mention this because it's probably the best. Yes, it's probably the best gift I've ever gotten. She had a video of all my family, my entire family, saying happy birthday from back home in Puerto Rico. So that was a very, very special thing for me, because if you don't know, I am from Puerto Rico, born and raised, and I've been living here in the States for about 7 years. It'll be 8 years now in May. So it's been almost 3 years here, 5 years in Iowa when I went to school at Iowa State College. So it's been a while since I've been living away from them. When I graduated college, I ended up moving back home for about 9 months, but then I came back to the States, and now I'm here in Minnesota. I've been here, it'll be 3 years in May, like I mentioned. So a lot of birthdays that I haven't spent with them. So to have that video of them saying happy birthday just meant a lot. So shout out to Corbin for doing that. It was really, really special. So that was a very, very thoughtful, meaningful, heartfelt, tear-jerker gift. And sometimes we think about gifts being material things like money, physical things, but just having a video, a video that I can kind of cherish for a long time, that's more valuable than anything else. So yeah, because I got some gifts to open, I'm gonna set you guys up, because we're going to open the gifts, and also my family will be able to see the gifts that I got, and also Corbin's family and all that. So yes, let me set you guys up. Boom, celebration, 3D, boom. There we go. Let's just admire the presentation. Look at this. Look at how beautiful. Fun fact, if you don't know, blue is my second favorite color. Red is my first one. Blue is literally, I would say, red and blue are like at the top right there, like 1A, 1B. So this is a very on brand that it's blue. So let's do this.
I feel like red isn't very cheery for a birthday decoration. I was thinking about getting red balloons, and I'm like, that's scary.
I know, red balloons is like, that's what. There you go, nice little decoration. There you go.
I'm gonna fold those up later to keep them.
Oh my God, the sugar rush. Shout out Max Shooting. If he ever watches this video, oh my God. This is crazy. If you don't know, when I was younger, I had a sweet tooth and I would eat a lot of candy, chocolate. Ever since I got to college, I kind of stopped eating as much, and now I don't necessarily go for it or gravitate towards, but every now and then I pick up some candy. But this right here, Corbin knows, sour strips. And look at this, look at this. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. This is a rainbow flavor.
I think they accidentally sent me an extra rainbow because I got like 3 rainbows.
So there's, okay.
Is there any more in there? There's more. Is there?
No.
There's the watermelon one. Can you do
Yeah, there's a watermelon one. So there's rainbow, tough, watermelon. I don't think have we tried this before?
Yeah, those are my favorite.
These are good. Blue raspberry, good ones. Another rainbow.
Rainbow's not very good, sorry.
To me, honestly, I like rainbow.
Yeah,
It kind of grew on me.
online to see if they had any other flavors, like on their website, and they have a cotton candy one
Ooh.
that I really wanted to try, but it was sold out. So we're gonna have to keep our eye on
Wait, you
that.
bought them from the website? Or
No,
Target?
I bought them from Target, but I went to the website because
Yeah.
oh, if they have a ton of different colors.
Yeah, sometimes they just have like website,
But they
like only on
didn't.
the website.
The ones that were different were sold out.
But my personal
Or I knew you
favorite,
wouldn't like them. Like,
and I think Corbin's favorite, right? Would you say these are your favorite?
I like the watermelon.
Watermelon.
That's probably
To
the
each
top.
their own.
That
She
was
loves the
definitely my
watermelon.
second favorite.
But these right here, strawberry sour strips. Corbin got me a bag the other day, was it 2 days ago? And she was debating on whether to give me one or not. I think that's what the second one was. So she had another strawberry. I was just desperate and she said, do you want one? I'm like, sure. And I told her I'm gonna eat like 2 pieces. 10 minutes later, I ate the entire thing. It's literally probably, I don't even know how many grams of sugar. So I slept I slept really nice after that sugar crash. But yeah, sour strips. Shout out Sour Strip. Max, if you're watching this, CEO of Sour Strips, I love you, bro. So we got a little card, nice little card.
It's just the wrapping paper.
I know, it kind of matches everything. These cards, I have a bunch of them from my family when I was in college, and I just kept them. And I have them stored away somewhere, and every now and then when I grab them, I just read them because then I kind of think back on those moments. And still, I even at times when I feel like I'm struggling or in my head a lot, to have people around me that love me and appreciate me gives me that extra reassurance that, you know, I'm doing okay, I'm enough, I'm killing it, and I'm getting better. So this is a nice little gift from Corbin.
You better keep it.
Uh-oh. Let me put this to the side. We got socks.
Oh my! You're just gonna open it.
Oh my god. Sorry,
It was. Girl, don't look at the label.
It was hard to not see when it was just staring at me while I was opening the sour strip bags. Wait, this is the one for like cameras?
I think so. This is
Like
the one
the-
you sent me, and then I
Oh,
sent someone a different
yes.
one, but this one got just as good reviews, and I
Oh
already
my
ordered this
God.
one, so.
If y'all know, I mentioned in the previous video, I'm trying to level up my content and documenting my journey.
Oh my god.
So-
it has a lid that you need to keep on it for protection. That's not gonna go anywhere once you suck that bad boy on.
Yeah, that ain't going nowhere. That's gonna suck that in really nicely. Pause, big pause. But yeah, so it looks, I gotta connect all these things, But basically what it is for my camera, it could also be used for the phone, but for my camera, if we are ever in the car or even here in the apartment and I want to have some cool shots and add some different angles, I would put this suction cup on the window, on the, what's it called, like the, where the wheel is, like that top part. I don't know how to say it.
The wheel of what?
Of the car. You know that there's like a hood inside the vehicle?
The dashboard.
See, the dashboard. See, sometimes I know things in Spanish and I don't know them in English, but yes, the dashboard. You can put it in the dashboard and have a pretty cool.
It's not gonna slide. I feel like
it's not gonna. Yeah, it's not gonna slide. Or, which I've seen other creators be a little bit risky, they suction cup the camera outside of the car in the bumper, and it gives like a pretty cool top, like outside perspective from the vehicle. I've been wanting this one for a while, just to have a different, you know, kind of element to add to the channel. So I love this, and I'm definitely gonna be using it, and you'll see. I'm not gonna say anything. You'll see in the channel when you see Corbin and I on the car going to get a McFlurry or going somewhere, and you see, oh, what's that angle? You already know what it is. You already know what it is. Oh, I'm excited about that one. Woo! All right.
Open the.
Actually, let me just organize these.
No, it's not. You can do that later. Open the bag.
The bag.
And then you're gonna open.
All right.
I think.
All right. So the bag, second one. There you go. Once again, let's appreciate the presentation, because time is the most valuable thing. I feel like I'm spilling, talking, yapping. Time is probably the most valuable thing that you have, and gifts like this take a lot of time. When you think about a physical object, let's say you buy a suction cup, this takes time to purchase. It's not just money. Money is time. So you invest your time to get the resources, money to buy these things. So time, it's, and the fact that this is very well organized and displayed is beautiful. So I appreciate it. All right. I'm not gonna look. I'm not gonna see anything. I'll put it to the side. I'm not seeing anything. You
See
guys...
how I wrapped in the tissue paper though?
Yeah, I'm not seeing anything.
No, look at it. It's cute. Now rip it open quick.
Okay.
Okay, so this is from your sister.
This is from my
I just
sister.
wrapped it with
Woo!
it. When she said she bought that for you, I was like,
Let's go. So my sister, I mentioned earlier in the video, or mentioned earlier, that my family did a video saying happy birthday. My sister said she got me something that I'll be able to use for like voiceovers and for my YouTube channel. And if I ever end up doing streaming and podcasting, I already have something. Did you send this to her? Okay. I was like, this is literally the one that I wanted. But
her and I were chatting, and she was like, do you have any ideas or something that I sent her, some things that you sent me? And then she's like, I'm gonna get him the mic, and I was like, he's gonna freak out.
Oh my god, this is so exciting. So obviously voiceovers is something that I enjoy incorporating in my channel. I don't do a lot of them because I'm just doing it straight from the computer microphone and it just doesn't sound crisp. But I follow some of the creators. One of them is Gawx Art on YouTube. Tough. I love his channel. I'm gonna put it in this description. His videos are like next level. And in one of the videos that he was doing with another creator talking about his, breaking down his videos, they asked him what does he use for his voiceover, and he said this microphone. And it's a pretty hefty microphone. It's a Logitech blue microphone.
This says Yeti on the side.
And it's Yeti. I think it might be, yeah, Yeti. I think it's a brand actually. Or maybe it's because it looks like a Yeti. But it says here, it's #1 USB microphone. It's for gaming, streaming, podcasting. So this will be really nice. So if you see it or hear a voiceover in a future video that I'm speaking, you're like, "Ooh, looks like Jonathan is about to hit up a podcast." This right here is what's making it happen. And I'm giving you like a behind the scenes of the things that I'm doing. Eventually I'll do videos kind of explaining the breakdown of how I edit and how I film and document my videos. But I really love this. I love the suction cup. This is more for visual. This right here is more for audio, because if you're a creator, or even if you're not necessarily a creator and you watch shows, videos on YouTube, on your phone, TikTok, you know that as important as visuals are, audio is just as important. So I'm really excited about this. Actually, after this, I gotta call my sister because she said. So I gotta call my sister. She said to FaceTime her. So it might be because she wanted to see my reaction. So I'm filming this right here so that she sees it, and then I'll FaceTime her later. Shout out my sister. Shout out to you for giving her this recommendation, because this is amazing. All right, which one's next?
The last one.
The last one. All right, last one.
This one's in a box, but don't look at the box. Just crack open the box.
Okay, I already looked at this one from Hong Kong.
Oh yeah.
I mean, I don't know. So we get packages here, and Corbin got, when we got packages, she was like, "Don't open any of them. Don't look at any of them." But obviously, when I'm getting something, because I have something coming for me that my mom and my grandpa bought for me, I'm like excited about it.
Here.
But it said from Hong Kong, I was kind of like, weird. I'm like, huh? Did I order this? Did someone order it? So
Careful.
I'm excited to see what it is. I'm like, curious. Okay. There you go. Oh my God, no way. No way.
I just have to lightly tip it over.
No. Before I show you guys this, I gotta preface this, because this is what I was mentioning earlier and what I mentioned last video.
And it wasn't supposed to come till April 7th or April 14th.
It wasn't supposed to come until April 7th through the 14th. So this right here is the gift that my mom and my grandpa got me. Obviously, I know what it is because my mom said, "What do you want for your birthday?" And she got it for me. I've been wanting, and I guess by the time that this video is out, I wanted to do like a whole...
You'll be using it.
I'll be using it, but it won't have clips in this video.
Yeah, true.
But you'll see it in a future video. One of my kind of, I would say, bucket list as a creator that I wanted to get is a drone. And I've been watching a lot of YouTube videos. A lot of creators have, that I follow, have a lot of cool cinematic shots, like with drones, and it just gives a perspective of location, and it just establishes the environment that you're in, whether it's like Minneapolis, or whether if we go somewhere else, like it could be like, we were playing pickleball at Ships on Saturday, a drone shot from Ships, and that way the next clip, it's gonna be in this place, or that's where the location of the story. And I've been wanting a drone. I've been saving up. I had it on my Amazon watch list for since 2024. And my mom said, "What would you like for your birthday?" And I said, "I want a drone." Obviously, I looked into it to make sure that I could fly the drone in the city. If there's any exams or anything any license that I have to get, there is an exam or a test that I have to pass, and it's just 20 minutes. It's more of just a process to understand altitude and things of that nature. Oh. That's on the FAA website, which is the airplane or aircraft something administration. But because this drone specifically, and DJI, which is the brand, this one is under 250 grams. So in order for you to fly for fun, they have another word for it. Recreationally, yeah. To fly recreationally without having to get a license or pay anything or get an exam, it has to be under 250 grams. So this one is 249. And this is the DJI Mini 4K ultralight drone.
How high does it fly?
I don't know.
Does it fly high, like in the battery life?
I don't know.
It'd be fun. Honestly, we may have to go up to like my parents for you to play around with that.
I know, yeah. We gotta definitely
My
test
dad
it out
would
somewhere
freak out
else.
about it too. Like, I really keep
This is pretty crazy. Like, I can't complain. You know.
gotta open it up, babe.
I'm gonna open it up.
You
Like,
gotta take a look.
I don't know.
I'm
This is
curious.
crazy. Like, it's funny because Corbin the other day said.
While you're talking, I'll
Okay.
lightly open
Yeah,
it.
you open it. Corbin said the drone might have or might have not come, and when she said that, I'm like, what would it be? Because it wasn't. We ordered my mom and I ordered it from Amazon, but the Amazon boxes that came in were longer, and I thought, well, if it's a drone, they'll probably have it in a more square or cube box. But the box from Hong Kong that it said from Hong Kong, I'm like, what is this box from? And obviously, I didn't have the order. Like, it wasn't through my Amazon account that we ordered it, so I didn't know if it got delivered or anything.
I was trying.
So Corbin was tracking it, and it actually got here for my birthday, which is crazy. Because I was planning on doing another video and kind of incorporate drone shots and have you guys figure out like what.
It's just so cool.
Oh my god. Yo. Look.
Oh, it's so cute.
Look at how small.
It's smaller than your hand.
This is pretty
Oh,
insane.
Oh my gosh, we must
Yeah,
have more.
Yeah, we can open it up. These are the legs. I mean,
Honestly, I feel like for this you really should like. Oh, it says there's an app and you need to
Yes.
scan the barcode for reading. Honestly, you probably before you do anything you should probably read the manual.
oh no, trust me. I've watched tutorials, a lot of videos on these drones.
The remote control.
Oh my god.
Why is this fun? This is probably like batteries.
No, this is dope. This is dope. This drone, there are other drones that are obviously more expensive and have more features and capabilities, and even other ones that they have a screen on the actual controller. But this one was the most cost effective. It was $250 for the drone, but for the purposes that I wanted, which is just to fly recreationally and add cinematic shots to my videos, I didn't want to spend a lot of money on a drone. Eventually in the future, once I get to that point, maybe I'll upgrade to a drone that can follow me. But this one right here, it's pretty dope. And then you can, I don't know how you, yeah, right here.
The manual.
So you can extend this and put your phone, let me show you guys how it is.
So you can watch it.
You would put your phone here. Oh, this is pretty crazy. So you would put your phone here, and then just there's a cable here that you connect to the phone, and then obviously with the app that Corbin said, the app you download it on your phone, then you connect your controller by plugging it in, and you can see what the drone is seeing on your phone. Isn't it pretty crazy? So this is insane. So the cable is right here, pretty cool.
Yeah, the
And then it has, this button right here is for camera, for like photos, and then also recording. And then this is just for comfort, for like, yeah, look at this. It's crazy. Let me open it for you guys. Actually, let me bring you guys
Oh wait,
closer.
what's this?
Oh, that's the, yes, I
Wait,
forgot to
did
mention.
Did I just break it?
This right here these are the,
Satellite. Oh, you just
yeah,
the like joysticks.
the joysticks, yeah.
Oh, so you don't always have to have them on. Like,
I mean, you have
like,
to.
pack them away though.
Yeah, this is to back them
That's
away
nice.
and store them away.
Oh, we're gonna have to watch with parents or something.
Look at how dope. this is.
Watch it crash. I'm scared for that.
I know. That's why I'm like, I'm gonna fly it.
Just like low.
Because it's not like this one. By the tutorial, I watch a lot of tutorials. This one right here is for altitude, like going up and down.
Does it go?
And around.
Oh yeah.
And then this one is for like the y-axis, so horizontal.
Yeah.
So the you know, if you want to like do it like going around or elevating, you have to like do something like angles and things
so
like
you
that.
can, like, turn and
so you can turn and go up. So if you ever seen on YouTube, on social media, like different drone shots at venues where they go through the doors, and they have one of these controllers. This is pretty sick.
And the camera can either be out or down.
And the camera can be out or down, and they have the Cine, which it's cinematic. They have the normal mode.
While you're flying it?
In sport.
Can it go down?
Yeah, you can tilt it.
Manual.
Oh no, this is just for manual.
No, I'm saying like, do you have to like manually like move it, or if you're flying and you want the camera to go down, you can use that?
I think you can use it at any point. I think sport mode is to go faster, and then cinematic is more for like, I don't even know what the difference are, to be honest.
There's lots of manuals, and
But,
I'm sure there's a video you can watch.
But what is function? Let's
Is
see.
there a charger?
There has
I'm
to
sure
be.
you charge both.
Yeah, there's a charger here. There's a charger here. I'll give you guys. This is literally the most unprofessional unboxing, and I don't care. This is probably to open the drone.
Oh, to clean. I thought it was like a spool.
No, this is probably to unscrew something.
Maybe on the drone too, or to tighten
Yeah,
stuff.
to tighten stuff. These are some extra wings for the drone if it gets messed up.
That cardboard piece pops out, you know, to like rip the last part.
Okay, and then they got DJI like stickers, which I don't know if I want to put.
There's got to be like a video on it too.
DJI
I'm sure.
forums, join the community, DJI juicers. Let's.
So it has to be below 250 grams, and this is 249.
Yeah.
Is it light? It feels light.
Charge to activate the battery. Open the cover, press and hold the battery and release button and remove the battery.
What?
It's too okay. I'll leave it for Corbin to do. But going back to this. This is something, like I mentioned, I've been wanting since last year, and it's an investment on my channel that I'm really, really excited about because I love watching movies. I love adding cinematic elements to my videos, and I think it makes it very visually interesting and adds a layer to the story and to my documenting my journey. And it just felt like I mentioned in my previous video, I felt stuck with my YouTube videos and I wanted to spice things up and kind of take it to the next level. So having the drone, which shout out to my mom, Mami Abuelo, shout out Mami Abuelo, the drone, the microphone for voiceover, so that way it sounds crisper and smoother, more professional on the videos. And then having the suction cup for moving shots, like in the car or even here. Like, it just another layer of creativity to my channel. So I'm really excited about it. That's pretty much all the gifts. Yeah, this is crazy.
I think you have to take the battery out to charge it.
Okay, well, that makes
You have to
sense.
figure out like how to actually do that. Oh. So I lift
Oh
this
yeah,
up,
it should be like a gray thing.
and then I pop it up and out.
Then what? Okay. Oh wait, this might be the.
I'm so scared right now.
It's not gonna start.
No, I know it's not gonna start. I'm scared I'm gonna break it if I try to, because it says 2 is to go up.
Okay.
Low.
All right. So, couple updates. I have the drone charging right here, This is the camera batteries that they're always out of battery, so I gotta charge them. But here's the drone. I got it charging right here, so that's all set there. And then look at the mess. But I'm gonna clean up afterwards because I want to play around with the drone and figure out like all the different things and features. I got to download the app and start getting that set up on my phone. I'm excited to use this, so I'll try to incorporate voiceover in this video. So I'll try my best to do that if I remember. Actually, no, I'm gonna make it promise that I'm gonna put some voiceover, and the voiceover that I put on this video will be using the new microphone. And yeah, so that's pretty much those updates. And look at what we have here. Ooh, we have tres leches cake, 3 milks. If you know, you know that this right here, look at that, Chef Corbin with the little cinnamon on top.
You want more or less than that?
I think I'm good with that.
Wait, no, this one's yours. It's way bigger.
Well, yeah, we can do that. Let me see how I can fix this manual focus. There we go. So yes, we got tres leches as a dessert. This is like my 3rd dessert today. Like I mentioned earlier, I ate a cupcake that my boss got me and
That's enough.
a slice of cake. And then now we have this. Because there's always space for tres leche. Always. So we're going to eat this. I'm going to play around more with the drone and all that. And then I got to call my sister and FaceTime her. So I'll do that. And then we're going to watch Deal or No Deal to wrap up this beautiful birthday. And yeah, I'll catch you guys up tomorrow. I wasn't going to film tonight, but I'm watching this Duke and Houston game. Houston was losing by 9 points with about 1:30 left. They put a lot of pressure on Duke to inbound the ball. They got a steal, hit a 3 to put it down 3, got the ball back. Bro, look at this. Look at this. After being down 9, they're up 1. They are up 1. And Duke has the ball. 17 seconds left. I was just chilling, minding my own business, watching like YouTube and also this game. But Duke has been dominating the second half. Houston, a 13-3 run in the last 2.5 minutes. Bro, that's crazy. That is crazy. The winner goes to the national championship. Let's see. Canepo, okay, Cooper flag. 14 seconds, 13, 11, 10. Oof. Damn, bro. Cooper flag missed. Short. 2.5 seconds, look. Crazy. Good shot though. Just short. Just short, bro. Oh man. That was a great defense. That was great defense. This is crazy, bro. I'm telling you, I wasn't gonna film tonight. It's just been a busy day. Spent time with Corbin's family for most of the afternoon. And yeah, watched the Auburn Florida game. Florida ended up winning. And now watching this Duke and Houston game, which it's been a good game, but for the most part, Duke has been dominating the entire game. But they were up 7 to 9 points with 1.5 minutes to go. And they're close to losing. And now there's 2.5 seconds left. Houston has 2 shots. Duke doesn't have a timeout. So if Houston makes these 2, they're up 3. And Duke now has 3.7 seconds because they put it. That's why you never, and this is kind of a lesson about life, you never quit. You never quit, man. You never quit. Now he makes a shot, boom. Houston is up 2. You never quit. Houston never quit. They put pressure, got a 3-pointer, got a steal, This is crazy, bro. And Duke has no timeouts. Okay, I'm gonna show you guys. See if I can. That's crazy. They don't have timeouts. Oh no. Oh. Nah. That's tough. That is tough, bro. That is tough. Bro. Nah, man, that's crazy. That is crazy. See, you can't get too comfortable in life. That's what happened right here. Duke got too comfortable. A minute and a half left. They're up 8. They're up 9. They kind of took the foot off the pedal of the gas. And then Houston started creeping up. And Houston has been a tough defensive team the entire season, especially on the NCAA, like March Madness. They locked them up the last minute and a half. Tough.
Basically, what I can tell you is if you're traveling in this stretch, some pain points there. Overall, though, here is the.
Thought that this would be a great opportunity to start using my microphone for voiceover. So shout out my sister for this birthday gift. I was debating whether to do a voiceover of the workout, but had thought about this story, and I think it'll be more meaningful and it'll resonate with a lot of you guys. So March 31st, to be specific, this is about a week ago, Corbin and I were debating on whether we wanted to cook or not. I had just come back from work. It was around 5:30 p.m. It was a muggy day. You know, it was raining. It was cold, and we just didn't feel like cooking. You know how you have those days where I'm like, I don't want to cook. Let's order something. So we ended up ordering something from Beat Up's Buffalo Wild Wings, and we continued watching the series that we were watching on Netflix, which was The Residence, which had 8 episodes. Don't tell me if we finished it or ask me if we finished it, because we binge watched it. So we're done. We just wrapped up today, the last episode. But nevertheless, we were watching the series, and kind of 45 minutes passed by, and the order hasn't been delivered yet. So Corbin checks the phone, and she notices that the driver, which we thought was the driver, picked up the order and was making different stops. And we were kind of a little bit hungry, and we're desperate, to be honest, that we were like talking to each other saying, damn, this order is taking long, this and that. Long story short, we see the app, and we see that the driver is close to our building, so we head downstairs. When we go downstairs, we're looking for a car, but we don't see any car. all of a sudden we see someone on a bike, and it looks like they have food to deliver. So we went outside and asked them, is it Corbin? And he said, yeah, Corbin, yeah. So we got our order, and we thanked them. They went about their way. They were on a bike, and the bike had a basket in front to put things, so that's where the order was. We ended up going back to our apartment, and on our way up, Corbin and I were talking, and we realized how we were just complaining, and we're desperate. We were hungry, and we were like, all right, we want the food right now, and realized that this gentleman was probably biking to different places that he needed to make the deliveries for. And we ordered from Beat Ups or Buffalo Wild Wings from University of Minnesota, and from there to here, easily 15 to 20 minutes, even, I don't know, even more biking. And like I mentioned earlier, it was a muggy day. It was cold. It was 6:30 p.m. and we felt in our heart that we wanted to give more of a tip than we had already implemented in the order. So we tried doing it through the app. We had no success. Corbin ended up calling him and saying if there's any way that he could come back, we'd love to give him an additional tip to what we had already given him. Long story short, he comes and he thought that there was something wrong with the order, and we told him that we appreciated the order, appreciated his hustle, and respected, him biking to deliver this food to not only ourselves but maybe other people as well. And it was cold. We understood that was a lot, so we ended up giving him the cash tip. And he didn't speak. He spoke very little English. He spoke French. So I told him that we were grateful in English. And then he said he speak little English. So I told him, je parlez-vous français un peu? So I told him I speak a little bit of French. So he told me something in French, which was along the lines of, I appreciate it, or something like that. I might be botching what I said or what he said. But I ended up giving kind of like a tap on the shoulder and saying thank you. Or he said something in French, and I say merci, and merci, or merci in French is thank you. So he went about his way, and then Corbin and I came back to the apartment, and it was just something that really touched us because we were complaining about getting our food delivered. We were hungry. Come to realize that this gentleman was biking to deliver this food to not only us, but maybe other people. It was cold, 6:30 p.m. And at that moment, it just felt really good. It was, March 31st, close to my birthday, so I felt that I wanted to give back to someone that may need it. And yes, that was something that really resonated, and I wanted to share that story because whatever it is that you're going through in life, there's someone that's going through something that you don't know. And maybe he was biking and doing that to provide for himself, provide for a family, his children. And that tip and that show of appreciation maybe did some help, impacted him, and provided for him and his family. So that's something that I'm really grateful for. And it's a reminder to not take things for granted and taking it one day at a time. Clocked in early in the morning. Just finished a nice arms workout. Felt good to start the week. A good note, it's Monday, April 7th. Felt good. No one was at the gym, so it was nice to just have that time to myself to start the week. It's going to be a very busy week. We have a concert on Thursday. AC/DC is performing at the stadium, so that'll be a long day, and it's going to be a long week overall. But nevertheless, we're going to take it one day at a time, and that starts today. Like I mentioned, just finished up a workout. Now I'm going to drink this protein shake. It's a Fairlife Nutrition protein shake, 30 grams of protein, 150 calories, 2 grams of sugar. I haven't drank this type of milkshakes. I believe in the past I think Fairlife has milk, and I got put on to Fairlife milk when I was with the guys' basketball team, because that was the milk that they would use for players' protein shakes and kind of milk in general. So I used it for a little bit, but it's like a gallon. I don't think it's a gallon, but a quart of this Fairlife milk. It's like $7 or something like that. I might be wrong, but I feel like it was expensive. It's an expensive one. So I haven't had it in a while, but Corbin, I believe she purchased these on Costco, because something different. We usually drink the Nuri ones or what are the other ones? Let me see if there's another one. Yeah, so we're out of the other ones. So she decided to buy these to try something different. So let's give it a taste test. It's been a while since I've tried. Oh yeah. Oof. Man. Chocolate milk, basically. And it has 30 grams of protein. But what more can you ask? So yeah, nice little post-workout protein shake. This weekend, honestly, chill weekend. The last clip that you saw before the workout was on Saturday evening, and that was the Duke Houston game. That was crazy. Duke was winning by like 7 to 9 points with about a minute and a half left, and then Houston, I don't know, they switched. Duke got too comfortable. Houston just took over, and they upset it, Duke, in the last minute. Cooper Flag had a shot to go ahead with a couple of seconds left, and he missed. But man, what a heck of a game. So today, it's going to be the final, men's final. Yesterday, UConn blew out South Carolina. It wasn't even close. At the beginning, it was close, but then second quarter, they just took off, and they were up 20, and then they just kept going to a point that they were up 32 in the fourth quarter. So UConn women's basketball ended up winning the national championship. Paige Becker, shout out to her for winning a championship on her last year. She's been to the Final Four a couple times. She injured her ACL like before Caitlin Clark was huge. Paige Becker's what's her, was that girl. So it feels nice that she was able to win. I believe she might be from Minnesota, or she went to school in Minnesota, one of those two. So even more love to her. But yeah, women's championship was yesterday. Today is the men's, and it's going to be Houston against Florida. So that'll be hell of a game. That'll be tonight. So I'll probably add that to the next vlog, because I feel this video is going to be really long, especially because it was my birthday, kind of like week. So it felt nice to open gifts, spend some time with Corbin, spend some time with her family. You saw, obviously I got a drone, and I'm gonna play around with that at a future video, kind of give you guys some inside of the house, inside of the apartment POV, because I did it the other day and it was pretty dope. I almost crashed it to the window. Actually, I'm gonna put it on the screen so you guys can see it. But I almost crashed the drone the first time I flew it, and I was like, you could see my face. I was somewhat terrified for a second, because I'm like, oh my god, it's gonna break. But so yeah, I just flew it around the apartment to kind of just get used to it. I've never flown a drone before, so it was fun to kind of play around with my new gift. And I noticed that it didn't record anything, and apparently I didn't know, but you need a micro SD card to put in the drone, so that way it records like high quality video, 4K, which is what I want. So I ended up going to Best Buy, on Saturday with Corbin and end up getting a micro SD card with an adapter too, because then I can have the micro SD card on the drone. Then I take the footage out with that micro SD card, put it in the SD card adapter, and then put it on my adapter to plug it into the computer to move the footage to edit the video. Actually, I'm gonna just show you guys real quick. So this is the micro SD card. I got the SanDisk Extreme Plus because it is 4K UHD. So this is the one that I got, and see how it has the micro SD card. That's what I would put on the drone, and then if I want to import that footage to edit it to Premiere Pro or even my laptop, I have a SD card adapter. So I would put the micro SD card in the adapter, the SD card adapter into the laptop. It's a lot of work, but it's simple and straightforward. But that'll allow me to import the footage from the drone, which I have right here, which I don't think I've given you guys a close-up because the clips when I unboxed it, it was a little bit far away for you guys. But look at how beautiful this drone is. It's just my hand, smaller than my hand. It just fits in my hand. And look, it's right here, DJI. Actually, there we go, DJI, really nice. The wings, and then it has the camera right here. Let me see if I can, there we go. So it has the camera right there, and then this is just a cover protector for the camera. So let me just kind of, there's like a strategy to open. You got to open first the top ones, and then the bottom ones flip the opposite way. And then boom, here's the drone up close and personal. This is the, let me see if you can see it right there. It's the mini 4K, DJI mini 4K drone, and it's 249 grams. I don't know if you guys can see it right here, but that means that I can fly it recreationally for fun without having to have a license, without needing to have a license to fly. However, there are some areas that I can't fly by, like government buildings, and there was some other places. But the dope thing is that I have an app, it's a DJI app, and basically in the app, it's called DJI Fly. In the app, obviously, it doesn't show like the map, but once I connect my drone to the app based through my controller, because I have the controller, then I put my phone in the controller, plug my phone, and then you'll see like the map of Minneapolis. Let me see if, oh, here it is. So here's the map of Minneapolis, and there's the different places. You can check out what places you can fly on. There's like different regions that you can't fly on, and yeah, it's pretty cool. It has the map, and it has like flight safety tips, and other pretty dope things. And then you can put this is your album where you put the footage, and then transfer the footage. So this is the app that allows you to see what the drone is seeing when the drone is up in the air. So it'll be cool to test it out eventually in the next, I don't know, next day or so, whenever I'm in an open area outside of a lot of buildings, because the last thing I want to do is try to fly the drone and then it hits a building or it hits something and then it goes down. So, but yeah, this is a really fun gift. I'm excited about it. Like I mentioned, I already flew it inside the apartment. Obviously, I didn't go crazy. I was just lifting it up, kind of moving it left and right, up and down, just to see how it feels, man. It was crazy. And the footage, obviously I didn't have the SD card when I flew it, when I tested. But once I put the SD card, then it'll have 4K footage. It'll look crisp and man, I'm excited about it. I'm excited. It's something that I see drone shots on YouTube videos. I see drone shots in social media, and I'm like, man, that's pretty cool to have like a really cool scenery shot. So yeah, that was an exciting gift. Shout out to my mom and mami abuelo for this gift. And yeah, so have the SD card so I can start working on learning how to fly the drone, different tips, what areas I have to avoid, because that's another thing. The last thing I want to do, besides crashing it, it's just flying it over an area that I'm not supposed to, and then I get the drone taken away. But yeah, that's gonna be pretty much what I'm gonna be. My goal will be in the next couple of days or maybe a week to try and fly outside to see how it looks. But other than that, it's gonna be a very busy week. Like I mentioned, we have the concert on Thursday, and then we have another concert next week, Kendrick Lamar. So it'll be a busy next 2 weeks. But like I mentioned, we're gonna take it one day at a time. Clocked in early, got my workout done, so felt good about that to start the week on a good note. And we're just gonna go from there, man. Just taking it one day at a time, not get too overwhelmed by what we want our future to look like, and just be where your feet are at. I heard that quote from one NBA player a while back, and I must say that was pretty deep, but sometimes a lot of people overlook, like, just be where your feet are. Be present in the moment, be present where you are, because whatever you might be going through right now, it might be a tough stretch. You might not be seeing the light at the end of the tunnel, but trust me, things will take its course, and you'll figure things out on the way. But yeah, I'm gonna let you guys go because I gotta go shower. It's still 7:42, so I still got plenty of time before I head out to work. So I'm gonna finish up drinking this protein shake. I'm going to watch YouTube video because one of my guys that I follow, SWOLE Ricketts, I'm gonna put his YouTube here so you guys can check him out. I'm gonna watch his YouTube video to kind of unwind after the gym, do some stretching, and then I'm gonna shower, prepare my lunch, and then go to work. So appreciate the love, appreciate you tapping in on this video. Man, I'm excited for this bad boy, my little baby, start flying this. But yeah, much love. Have a great start to your week. See you in the next one. Peace.